This video is about container stuffing and stripping. In this video, we'll talk about several things, such as causes of cargo damage, responsible people, document flow for correct packing, what containers to be used, steps to be made before loading, good working practices, reason and procedures for packing different kinds of cargo, and doing stripping. By containerization, we can reduce handling risk, packaging, and cost as well as get speedier handling. There are several container packing programs, like damage during packing, unpacking, and even container loading, insecure packing, cargo incompatibility, and administrative error. These are the motions of vehicles. Effects of stresses on insecure cargo are chopping, spilling, and crushing. Therefore, we should follow the golden rules. Do not store heavy goods on top of light goods. Do not put hard and soft, wet and dry goods together. Avoid loading dusty, smelly, stinging with delicates and fruits. Container incompatibility includes poor container condition, rusty contaminated container, sweating cargo in dry box, constant temperature cargo in dry box, and unsuitable storage position. People who are at risk from badly packed containers are vehicle drivers, rail workers, ship crews, port workers, and unpackers. For proper container packing, we should carefully prepare and plan for it. This process consists of origination of sequence. Here is the document flow for correct packing. Next is container selection. To choose a suitable container, we need to consider cargo type. Different types of cargo need different types of container. Cargo dimensions, length, width, and height. Dimensions determine how the load can be positioned into a vehicle while loading, and also what kind of securing methods can be used. Cargo weight is one of the most important things to save loss securing. Never load by weight above the payload limits of the container. Cargo volume and transport route. Finally, we make the loading plan. Packing should meet the requirements about containment, protection, and ease of handling. Pallet has different types, like the picture shows. To secure packages, we can choose from tight store or secure store. Tight store requires uniform, regular packages and sufficiently strong packing, which can be done by using dunnage. Secure store means the load should be secure and arranged in a manner that prevents sliding or toppling and ensure that the load securing arrangements do not damage the goods being transported. Secure stow, including shoring, choking or wedging, flashing, and space filling. Some materials such as timber, plywood, strapping, polish, paper can be used. And here are some do and don't. Remember that loading plans should be made ahead. Then let's look into the container packing operation. This process includes following elements. The first one is container inspection. We need to check its suitability, external and internal. About suitability, these questions are asked, and therefore the answer is a yes. Then the container is considered suitable. After that, a number of checks should be made on the container both internally and externally to ensure that it's structurally sound and safe to work in and around. The following aspects of the container's exterior should be assessed: frame, corner fittings, walls, floor, and so on. Once the external elements have been agreed, the container may be opened in order the following checks can be made: dry, surfaces intact, clean, smell, staining, sharp edges or points, and securing fittings. The aims of container packing are rapid packing, no delays, and heavy manual handling, avoid accidents and prevent damage. Next, a working method. First of all, we prepare the container. Second is preparing for work. This is when we prepare dunnage, separation materials, paper, securing materials like chains, blockings, friction nets, corner protection, integrated working straps, and moisture protection material. Next is equipment. When loading the vehicle, sufficient load securing equipment should be available and must be in good condition. Some commonly used equipment are ramp, drum loader, forklift, and wheel loader. To ensure safe manual handling, we should follow these guidelines. Lay dunnage progressively. Remove empty pallets. Lower packages onto soft material. Do not drag cargo. Use rollers. Use hooks or grips only when safe. Handle carefully and lift safely. This picture shows what is safe lifting. Then, in order to use dunnage correctly, we should select the appropriate type, check its condition, and use treated timber. To prevent condensation, we should follow some advice. For example, do not use wet dunnage or pack moisture reducing goods with moisture-sensitive ones. For safe packing, make sure you pack scrap metal and ore carefully. Wear appropriate protective clothing. Take care when working with machinery and level the container. You shouldn't pack damaged packages and smoke. And these are some international standard handling instructions. The last guideline is to pack the loading plan and note if there's any damage difference on the list. Packing regular cargoes. Regular cargoes are cartons, boxes, and crates, pallets, bags and sacks, bales, drums and barrels, rolls and pies. About cartons, to ensure stability in the stove and spread the weight as evenly as possible, bonded and inline stove should be used. Try to avoid unnecessary wasted space and place large, heavy crates against the corner post. Boxes and crates. In principle, the same precaution as for cartons as for carton apply. Pallets. Attach the cargo securely to the pallet strapping brands, cover film and stretch film. If the dimensions are such as there is only room for one unit, then the row should be stowed down the middle. If there is room for more, the row of pallets should be located close to the sides in order to achieve uniform weight distribution. Bag and sacks. The bags should be stowed in such a way that they cannot move during transport. Though the outer covering may be of hessian, paper, or some other material, wooden buttons of the same length should be laid out on the container floor to assure mechanical discharge. Drums and barrels. Drums and barrels in containers should always be stowed upright if possible, and there should be some form of soft dunnage applied between each tier of drums. In the door area, the barrel and drums must be secured by bracing with wood. Rolls and toys. Rolls and toys may be loaded in container horizontally or vertically. When rolls are stowed upright, they should be packed closely together, and empty spaces between rolls should be filled in by sacks of sawdust, cardboard, or similar soft dunnage. When the rolls are stowed horizontally, the rolls with the nearest to the door should be secured by wedges. Packing special cargoes. Special cargoes include long cargoes, oversized and heavy lift, refrigerated cargoes, dry bulk cargoes, and liquid bulk cargo. About long cargoes, they are best loaded. Oversized and heavy lifts. Oversized are often loaded into the container from above. If only one item is loaded into the container, position it in the cargo is as close as possible to the geometry center of gravity of the container. Refrigerated cargoes. The cargo should be pre-cooled. Reefer cargo must be stowed in such a manner as to allow optimal circulation of cool air. No intermediate dunnage is required. Dry bulk cargo. Additional door protection may also be needed, depending on the specific gravity of the commodity to be shipped. Bulk liquids. Special tank containers have been built for transportation of bulk liquids. It's not only necessary to secure the load, but also to make sure the pressure on the walls is not too high. The final step is completing packing. It is to secure the cargo, place shore at the door, replace cover of open top, side trolley list, complete container packing list, put copy inside door and distribute copies. For dangerous goods, complete a container packing certificate and a tag placards. Close and seal the door. Attach fumigants, refrigerant levels. Request container removal. Weight the container. So this is the end of the video. Hope you enjoy it.